to the city streets, we began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. So loud as the hours pass, we're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be, we're gonna be two hearts running wild. The moonlights, summer sky, it was the best we ever had. And we'll stay on forever, we'll never have regrets. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. We're gonna be, we're gonna be two hearts running wild. Our hearts beat.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day.
Good morning, everyone. Just give me a small second here, hoping that it's gonna work. This should be uninstalled. This should be running. And there you go. I had to reboot my computer. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah. Okay, it's only third place, but I'm proud of it because that's the first medal I actually win with my son, or with any of my kids, for a matter of fact. I mean, we've had a few medals here and there when they were toddlers and playing for the Tim Hortons soccer leagues or participation medals. I won a few bowling medals where the kids were playing. Well, it's mostly on their own, but that's a real competitive medal that we've won at handball in 3 years that I've been coaching. And I don't know, it's just fun to show it off. I love it. Kids played well, played strong. My son knows that he's not always going to be the player to make the difference. He knows how to play within his own limits. And when we play to win, he knows that he's not necessarily going to be the one on the play. I know he doesn't necessarily like it, but he likes winning more. And he knows that some of the players are better than him. Although I keep telling him, like, stay ready, stay focused. You can still do a good job from the sidelines. You can always help figuring out what the other team does and things like that. And you always have to be ready because you never know what can happen. And one of our player got injured. One of our player got, I don't know, he wasn't feeling well. I think it could have been stress, but anyway, turns out that he had to step up, and he played the semifinals and the last game for the bronze medal, and he didn't get out of play at all. He played the whole game, and so we won the bronze medal against a team that, give good games against the best teams in the province. And when I say gave good games, the tournament we played in Moncton, they finished third place. Finishing third place at that tournament, we had a good team and we finished like 8th place. The Campbellton team won this tournament this weekend, and in Moncton they didn't make it past the quarterfinals. So the competition was very strong, and that team were very good, and we ended up beating them. So winning is not everything. And good morning, Dave and Marilyn. Winning is not everything, but sometimes the way you play is more important than the W itself. But if you can play great and get the win and leave with the medal by going past what your capabilities are, when you play better, you surpass yourself. It's even better. And to me, that's what this weekend was all about with my son. He played great, and I'm super proud of him. And he's not a big guy. He's short and small. Playing against bigger teams, he gets pushed around a lot, and he gets hurt because it's a physical game. But he held his spot, and he played pretty well, and that's amazing. Now we have a few days off. We'll have our provincials, and we'll have a few more days off after before the zones for the Acadian Games. And then depending on how that goes, it should be done in a month, or we continue for another month after. I have a little bit more time lately. As you could see, I was able to plant some seeds. The sprouts from Dollarama are growing pretty well. The video was made about a week ago, or was it filmed last Monday? So 6 days ago, and they're already about this big. So in one pack from the Dollarama, the amount of seeds you get is enough for, I'm going to say, one person, one meal. We have some people selling sprouts at the farmer's market, and it's about $5 for the same amount of what I'm gonna get for my $2-3 from Dollarama. So it was worth it. I mean, it's not like incredible. It's not the best deal ever, but considering what you would pay if you wanted to buy it, I'd say it's okay. I mean, it's making sense. Good morning, Karen. How's it going? A little question for the people that have maybe more knowledge than I do on the subject. So those cuttings, apple cuttings I brought in, the ones in the water don't seem to be doing anything. Like, I mean, there's still seems to be some green on them, but not as much as the ones that I put in the soil. The ones that I put in the soil, you can see the buds starting to form. I suppose it's a good thing. Would they leaf out if there was no energy going in the branch? Would it? Does that mean that there's roots forming, or not necessarily? Because the 3 branches that I put in the soil seem to be catching energy, and that it's looking great. And as you can see, I'm probably wearing my colors. They're playing again tonight. I didn't have time to do much other than planting some tomatoes, peppers, onions, kale, and it seems to be growing okay. Tomatoes and peppers, obviously, they're going to take a little bit more time. But the onions are growing, kale are growing. I had 3 seeds of the sea kale. It's not growing. It's not doing anything. Maybe it's just taking longer, but as for now, after about 2 weeks, I don't see any sprouts popping up. But the other regular perennial kaleidoscopic or whatever it's called, kale is growing. I have something new on my microphone. It's just to remove like all the little noise around. Do you still hear me fine? Should I bring the volume up on the microphone, or is it okay? Do I have to yell more? I've asked a bunch of questions and I'm not getting any answers, so I don't know. Let me share this on Facebook. Boom. You hear me fine. Great. So maybe Marilyn left the computer for a few seconds to go get her coffee. Oh. Maybe have roots, maybe not. They will leaf out because it's warm, but that's maybe on energy they already had. Okay. That's what I thought. I was just like super excited that maybe it was more positive than that, but so I guess I'll know in about 3 months, 3 or 4 months. I'll have to dig them out and see. Okay, I'll be patient. I didn't go on my Rem's Family Facebook in a little while, and I have a bunch of notifications. Mark all as read. There you go, and I'll go back on my personal. right. So I was testing out the new, what's it called? The new feature on YouTube, where you can just do your video and have the AI voiced over. Obviously, my videos are done in English, so I tried in French to see what it would look like what it would sound like. It's actually not that bad. There's a few things I say. I might be, not that I'm struggling to find what I want to say, but I might be saying something, and then take a pause, and then saying something again. But the tone of the voice makes it looks like I'm just repeating myself sometimes instead of continuing on the same idea, kind of. But other than that, it's not that bad. I got some basil and strawberries from the dollar store here, and they're actually sprouting good. Yeah, I grew some basil. Was it last year or the year before? And they actually did pretty well. The strawberries, I find that they will sprout, they will grow, but they're just a tiny strawberries, I think, if I remember correctly. They're not, if you have the same type we have, but they're don't expect to have like a huge crop of strawberries within 5 years, because that's not going to happen. Keep moist. Yeah, I will keep it moist, and I always like putting water from like in a little plate underneath, and have it absorb the water from under. Welcome back to the present. So you're traveling through time. So yeah, listening to those voiceover AI thing, I'm wondering if I could. I don't want to switch and start speaking French, simply because that's the way I'm used to do things. But now it's giving me a chance for a broader audience. And depending on what I do, I could always just film, not worry about sound at all, and do a voiceover like while I edit my video. And then when I have it on YouTube, the voiceover would look okay, because it would not look like I'm speaking. If I explain something and there's a voiceover saying something different in another language, it looks as though there's someone talking behind me. You know what I mean? Like, it's like watching a movie when you speak French. You watch an American movie. If you translate it to French, you'll see someone talking, and then the voice, like the mouth goes like this, and then you're talking, and it's like it doesn't make sense. But it's a little bit like that. So if I have just a voiceover, and then I can put another voiceover, I would need to do just the word once. I thought of using the AI voice, not sure yet. In your case, it would be awesome, Marilyn, because you speak French, and you're a smart person. You can speak like fluidly. How can I say that? With the right language, you don't use a lot of slangs, and you don't use a lot of words from other language. Like, I'm bilingual, but I'll be speaking and saying something in French with English words. But I'm pretty sure in your case, the way you do your video, instead of just having the text, it would work for you. I'm clearing cool weather crops out of the greenhouse and planting tomatoes and peppers already. Whoa. I feel like I'm having allergies. Like Godzilla move. I got this little tool to do some bushcraft. Not 100% sure exactly if I'm ever gonna need it, but I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm allergic to the metal. I'm so not used to wind that having an allergic reaction. That being said, though, my daughter had well, I'm not gonna say serious because it wasn't life-threatening, but still somewhat serious allergic reaction to the soap that was in the school yesterday, and we didn't have any Benadryl. I'm gonna keep some handy from now on because you never know when you might need some. I also need to do some more planning today. I don't know if I have any trays left or any pucks left. I might have one small pack. I'll need to buy some soil this week. Some potting soil. I might be lucky enough to be able to start working outside. We still have lots of snow, but it's starting to clear out. We have a lot of snow like around the big trees where there's a lot of shadows, next to my cedars and obviously around one of my apple tree. But like in front of the house now, the younger kids could in theory be playing most of the things they want to play. Although the dog goes there to poop, and there's a lot of dog poop. Yeah, should always have Benadryl on hand. It's something that we kind of realized yesterday. We had Reactin, and she took one, and she put like cold water and ice on top of her hands. It was like a huge, like on top of her hand, the whole part here, a huge like red rash, and it was burning. But after putting water and keeping cold water and ice on it, it was fine. Good morning, Chris. How's it going? I'm guessing Tiffany is not too far behind. What else did I get? Got some more fishing stuff. Oh. I also want to go put my my game cameras out at some point. I've shown this before. I think I have another one somewhere. Where did I put the other one? It's not this. Oh, this one here. Yeah, I owe my son a reel because I took his fishing rod last year, and for some reason the reel is broken. You can't. The handle here is broken, so try to reel. It's like you have a bass on, and it's like. So I told him I was going to give him a nice reel. Saying hi. This year, it's something I got off Temu. It was free, so I figured I'm gonna get one. It's you're supposed to put a stick, and you can drill a hole in a log, and then you can use the log to make it like you make a little fire inside. I don't know. I've seen a few people use it. Then you can cook. If you drill a hole that way and one this way in your tree, you can use the log to cook. And just a little tiny flame would have enough oxygen to keep going, and all the warmth would go up and cook whatever you need. Might hit 30 Celsius next week. I had to put my shades up in the greenhouse. Really? That's crazy. We're expecting like +5 here. Yeah, it is warm. Let's see what we're weathernetwork.com. Hamilton. Oh, well, other than the rain, it should go up to +8 today. +16 Monday. Oh, 19 Tuesday. Whoa, we're gonna have some nice weather in the next few days. That's awesome. 19, 9, 13, 9, 12, 11, 11, 13, 12, 13, 13, 13, 13. Okay, not that fun. A lot of rain. Tiff still sleeping. Was a long and busy day. Was officially my parents moving in their new house. Oh, that's cool. All the renos are done. That's awesome as well. Swedish Torch. Yeah, it is great. I'm pretty sure that it's a big relief now that it's done. They're moving closer than you guys are, right? That's great that they're moved in. Yeah, let her sleep. Let her sleep for sure. There's also a few grape cuttings that I need to try and root. At least now I know what to do. Might be something I do today. I need to disinfect my cutters because I ended up cutting some of my plum trees that have black knots on them. So I think alcohol is what I need, but I don't have any alcohol. Might have to sterilize them another way. I don't know how I'm gonna do it though. Something else I need to do is use my little wood stove. I need to burn like all the chemicals that will be on and inside of the so you need to burn everything in the stove before you actually bring it inside a tent, because you don't want to poison yourself with whatever would be on the stove. You need to make one nice fire with it. I saw a video grafting with the side of something similar to what you have to do your log hole. Not sure if it's real though. Could be. I tried to graft last year, and I don't know. They are here, St. Louis. Cool. I'm not sure what I did wrong or how I'm supposed to do it properly. I used the tape and the plastic that was in my kit, in my grafting kit. My dad has an apple tree. Well, my brother grew an apple tree from seeds. That must have been done like 10, 15 years ago. And the apple tree is huge right now. Like it's higher than me. I cannot reach the top of the tree. So it's pretty cool. The only problem is it's not flowering, it's not doing anything. So the tree is healthy. It has a lot of beautiful leaves. It might just be that it's still young to get flowers, but I've tried to graft, and with the equipment they're giving me, it's like the branch don't hold. When you graft the branch on the other tip, it's not holding. So all that happens is I'll put, you're supposed to put them like this and tie, or let's say something like this, so they kind of stick like this. Eventually the tree will heal and it's gonna get tough. But when I do this, all it does is this all the time. it breaks. Not that it breaks, it just lets go. Like it's letting go. Good morning, Shawnee. How's it going? So I don't know if, like, I don't want to put strong tape because I don't want to hurt the tree when I remove the branch. So it's probably that I need to put some plastic that doesn't stick and then put the tape on top and make something strong. But it's still not working. So I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how to do it so that it works. I'll need to go see my dad. Well, the tree, not my dad. Well, I can go see my dad, but I need to go see the apple tree and prune it a little bit and see if there's at least one or two branches from last year that ended up surviving. I should see a difference in the color of the branch because they were quite different. My dad wants to have those white and yellow apples, and I know where I can find some of those branches to graft. It's just not fun to go at this time of year because last year when I was there trying to put my rooting balls on those those apple trees, I heard a bear not too far. Like I heard a grunt, and yeah, I didn't feel like staying there, especially not in the spring. Fishing season has started. I didn't have time to go yet. We're still waiting for a contract to be signed so that I can go and maybe get a kayak. I don't know. My daughter needs a new surgery, and we need to make sure that insurance covers the surgery. So we'll have to wait and see. But I would love to have a kayak to be able to go fish trout whenever and wherever I want. Looked at why apple tree won't flower, and there's a tons of variables. What could be the main reasons? ChatGPT. ChatGPT is my savior. StreamYard is doing publicity on its own, or what? No, it's a new feature that I have there. I can put it as much as I want. It just fills my chat sometimes, and it's giving a conversation. See, you're talking about it. Why would a tree not flower? It says tree is too young, takes 2 to 8 years to flower. So that would not be the case. Too much nitrogen. If the tree gets too much nitrogen from fertilizer or lawn runoff, it will focus on leafy growth instead of flowers. Okay, so yeah, let me share my screen. I think we have pretty much the same answers. Share screen. So my brother's first daughter turned 7. So he's been living at the house he's currently living for at least 7 years, at least. And he transplanted the apple tree before he moved. And that was done before he got his girlfriend. So it's at least 9-year-old. So that would not be the answer. Too much nitrogen, fertilizer, or lawn runoff. It could be, but it's just growing on its own. Like there's no fertilizer added. There's nothing that was added. So it would be the soil itself. Maybe we could add something to try to fix it. Insufficient sunlight. It's in the middle of the yard on its own. Basically, around is a field. Improper pruning, over pruning, or incorrect pruning at the wrong time can remove partial flower buds. And that would not be the case because it wasn't pruned yet. Lack of chilling hours. We live in New Brunswick, Canada. That would not be the case. Stress or poor health, drought, pest disease, or root damage can weaken the tree and prevent flowering. That could be the case. There's no way for really know for sure. But the tree really looks healthy. Wrong amount of chill hours. See, that's a good question because it was taken from an apple from the store, so that could be the reason why. But the apple tree is growing well. I think it. No, you took an apple. You took a seed from an apple tree that was growing here. In theory, it should be strong enough to survive our climate. Dog poop and pee, that's possible. I'm not saying it's not happening. The dog usually doesn't go around the house on its own. Like you might be playing with my dad, like throwing the ball or whatever, catch and fetch. But there's no poop around the tree. Maybe you would pee on it. It's saying late frost, but that could happen once. Okay, well, I'm guessing this is the most plausible answer. Not on my dad's property per se, but definitely less than 100 meters away. There's apple trees all around the village. So I was told that as long as there was an apple tree nearby, there is one nearby, and I think the neighbor has a few apple trees as well. That would explain if they couldn't get fertilized, but yeah. But I'm guessing that because it was not grafted, it was grown from seeds. This year looks like the best answer. It could take up to 15 years. So I would need to prune it properly. So see, it could be too much nitrogen because we don't know the soil type that my dad has. But we've had other trees growing on it, and they were okay, I suppose. But I'm guessing this year is the main reason why. So it could take up to 15 years. Well, ChatGPT always knows what it's talking about. I just wonder if I start grafting on it, if it would help it, if it would make it better. guess I just need to practice grafting a little bit more. But there's no way to learn like doing it, right? I also hope that my the ones that I took on Serge's property, the shoots that were coming out of one of his crab apple, I hope that they survive, because if they did, then I can graft on those. And even if I don't graft on those, I mean, they produce a lot of flowers when they grow, and they're beautiful trees to have, and they're very good for pollinators. Good morning, Tiffany. I thought you were going to sleep in. I saw my kiwi vine. It's still alive, so that's very good news. I'm very super happy about it. And from what I can see, all my grapevines survive, although those can take a while to come out of dormancy. But to have my kiwis still alive, then I can give them a lot of fertilizer, and I can't wait to see them grow the way that I was told they could grow. I was told they could grow up to 10 feet per year. They should be established now, so let's hope they start growing. As soon as I have a chance, I'm gonna take my black currants and move them further in the back of my property, and I'll be able to plant something else there. Yes, very good news. Okay, well, that's what I read. Just can't wait to see it. And apparently grapevines can do the same thing if they have a lot of fertilizer. We are building the kiwi trellis this year. See, I already have the trellis made. I made it from the old trampoline from last year. So I suppose all I would need to do now is reinforce it, unless the vine could grow on it and stabilize everything. There might be one or two grapevines that would not have made it. Like they're still in the snow, so we need to see. But I will definitely put rabbit manure around them and hope for the best. I'll also clean my chicken coop and take the poop from the chickens and put it around my grapevines. So if I take those black currants and push them back, I will have some space for like 3 or 4 new shrubs. I'm hoping that my cranberries actually survive. What could I plant there? Marilyn, you're those honeyberries, ASCAPs, they're doing pretty well for you. Like, do you put anything else other than rabbit manure around them? Because I could make a few cuttings from those, and I mean, those are wonderful fruits to have. I could be doing the same thing with the red and white currants. I'm just trying to figure out which ones will be the best for what I have here. The Cameries are pretty good, but they take a while to grow. I have some that are like 4 or 5 years old, and they're still just a little stick. You will be picking kiwis like Howie. I don't even know food forest permaculture. I don't know how they're picking kiwis, but I have 3 vines, 2 females, 1 male, all next to each other, and I just want them to grow and grow together. And the way that my arch is built, I can just go underneath and just harvest the kiwis. At least that's my goal. I put some one of those chicken fencing to make something solid enough for them to grow and not just have them growing on top of a big hole. I might have to cut a few holes here and there to allow the kiwis to fall so I can harvest them. We'll have to see. Like, I mean, I'm just doing some trial and error here and doing a few experiments. I will also be trying to propagate some gooseberries. Those produce like crazy when they're big, but they take a while to grow as well. They take a while before they start producing like crazy. The one shrub last year produced a lot, but the other small ones didn't produce too much. Okay, when I planted 2 rows of them, and in between I did a strawberry bed on a pile of compost, and then put like 1 foot of mulch. So you put compost and a lot of mulch. I didn't put mulch per se, but I took I used some of those coconut fiber weed barrier kind of thing, and I put those around. So these should provide a lot of humidity and moisture and all that stuff that they need, because the water can get through, but it's still stopping the sun from hitting directly on the ground around them, dry them out. Although I suppose that I should put a lot of compost around them. It's never a bad thing to put rabbit manure around, unless you intend on walking there often, but you just put the rabbit manure on the sides and it'll go down. The water will bring the nutrients, and then the plant can just go and help themselves. I'm going to try to go at my friend's place and show you the grapevines that he has. So basically, they, not last summer, but the summer before, they ended up getting a small grapevine that dried out. They thought for sure it was dead. They took it out, threw it in the back, like at the edge of their property, and all the rabbit, not the rabbit, but the chicken poop, when they clean out their chicken coop, they just threw it out on top, thinking it's dead. They didn't even bother about it. They just threw the poop there. And I got there last year. I'm like, do you realize you have a lot of grapes back there? They're like, we didn't plant any grapevines back there. Like, it's, the guy ended up with his father's house. He's like, I've grown here. I've been living here since forever. He's 36, 37 years old. He's like, I've never seen grapevines here. Like, that's impossible. I said, well, this is a grapevine. Those are grapes. And they started thinking backwards and remembering that that they threw out this grapevine branch that they thought was dead, throwing the chicken poop, chicken manure on top. And it's huge. It's basically taking over the forest there. Like, they could see grapes where they couldn't even reach. That was crazy. So the grapevines, I've always knew that they were strong feeders. I never thought it was that bad. So you need to take your chicken manure, rabbit manure, and put it around your grapevines. I'm just afraid to put it too close to the base and hurt the vine. But from what I've seen, I don't think you should be scared of that. Like, just feed them. And that's what I intend on doing. I need to finish cleaning up my garage so that I can bring my rabbits in my garage so that I can have space to get out with my wheelbarrow and all the chicken manure, put it in my compost pile. Sorry. And then let it sit for a few years and use that manure around my trees. Use that compost. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll need to look at the replay. Every once in a while, it feels like I see something flying behind me. I don't know if there's little mosquito somewhere or little bug or let's see. Am I seeing something on the camera here? I'm curious. Yeah, I see it. Okay, let me just share that screen again. And you tell me what you think this is. So look, it's going to pass from here to here. Right there. What's this? What's this? It's not a flare because I'm not moving. It could be dust. I don't know. It's like, is there a ghost behind me or? Welcome back. Yes, a dust or a little fly. But, if the light around it, like, it seems big when you see it on screen. But I don't see anything. Like, it went that way. I don't see anything. I don't know. It's weird. I think my little computer room is haunted and it was a ghost passing by. No, I don't know. It's probably a little mosquito or a little fly, something that flew behind me. But I see that every once in a while. I'll see something pass behind me. Oh, an alien, a tiny, tiny, small alien. Yeah. Imagine. I have. So Scott from Rambling with the Brooms asked me to make a video. They wanted me to be there in person to do a little presentation of how I can grow food for a family of 7, how I go about it, like the way that I plan things. Unfortunately, I can't make it because I have my handball provincials. He asked me to make a video. I have a plan. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm going to open it. I have a plan made here. So just to quickly explain the plan I have. So we'll have it needs to be about an hour long. He wants me to do a video and do a presentation. I'll put it in the unlisted on YouTube and give him the link. And you'll be able to show it at the conference for people interested in seeing a little movie, and then as soon as he's done, I can share it on my YouTube and give myself an extra video. So we'll have a 5-minute introduction, 5 minutes introduction, talking about who I am, what I do, where I grow food, that I have a family of 5. I got the help from ChatGPT to come up with a plan, but I will talk about the different ways I grow food, the garden, the foraging, hunting, fishing, what I preserve, and how I plan for year-round food supply. I will be talking about how I decide what I grow and how I store everything. I'm gonna try to explain how I come up with the numbers I come up with. If I want carrots for a year round, how I go about finding the amount of carrots I'm gonna need. Explain a few things, do a few examples. I need to talk about that for about 10 minutes. For about 15 minutes, I need to talk about the garden itself. Where I grow, what kind of garden I have, what kind of food forest I have, what kind of hunting, fishing, and foraging I do, where I go, what kind of license I need, and all that kind of stuff. And then I should have another 10 to 12 minutes about the different methods I used for preserving. I'll be talking about canning, freezing, dehydrating. I don't ferment, so that's not going to be something I talk about. Well, I did ferment fruits last year. I made wine. I suppose I could keep it there. But water bath, pressure canning, freezing, dehydrating, fresh eating. I don't have a root cellar, but I have a pantry. Do I have everything in a pantry, just in a few freezers? What are my challenges, my tips? Wrap up and call to action. This needs to be an hour long, and I need to film it and do some editing. I need to get that done. For Scott, I need to do this. If it's nice out today, I'll try to go and talk about a little why don't you do voiceover PowerPoint? I could, but I find that a PowerPoint is I don't know, there's not enough movement. It's a little bit more stalled. I don't know if you know what I mean. Like, I'd rather have myself talk with, with different pieces of videos moving in front of when I'm talking. That way, every once in a while, I can put the camera back on me and talk and explain a few things. As when you have the PowerPoint, you can show images and videos, but it's not the same. I'm pretty sure I can do something decent. It's not going to take too long because I have a good computer now. It's not going to crash every 5 minutes, hopefully. Knock on wood. I should be all right. That's something I need to do. I also want to do a small video. I've talked about it before, about what I have in my backpack there when I go on hikes and camping and stuff. I have another video I can make. What is it? What else did I want to talk about? I had a few ideas. I hate when I forget. Well, anyway, I know for a fact that I need to go do a few more videos. Yeah, fishing and hunting, but there's only the bear hunting around this time of year. And I've never had time to actually build a little stand. And I have a place. Where I could go. But I need to build something strong. When you go bear hunting, you bait them. You might see 5-6 bears one after another. They might be in the area, and you might need to. Well, you need to make sure you're safe. You need to put food every day for them. It's easy, but it takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of time. You need to go every day, because if you miss one day and the bear goes there and there's no food, it's not going to come back. So you have to start over. And with the coaching right now, it's pretty much impossible to do. The fishing is also something I could do. People go fishing on the Restigouche River, but you need to go to the right spot. And I've seen that spot once, and I was never able to find it again. So I don't know exactly where to go. I know what to look for, but I can't find it when I go. So, but if I wait another 4 days, I'll be able to fish in any streams or brooks in New Brunswick. And if I wait until May 15th, I can fish in any lakes, dams, or whatever in New Brunswick. I could actually go fish for all those sea fish, mackerel, bass, and so on. But at this time of year, it's still very early and not much chances of catching anything, really. Well, I've been on for an hour, which is what I wanted to do. So I'm going to wish you all a very good day and the best of week. And hopefully next Friday, I should be able to do the Friday night live stream again. And I need to make a video for Wednesday. And hopefully in the future, I'll be able to do more than one video per week. So until then, take care. Thanks for watching. And don't hesitate to share the videos I do. And I get nice response from people when I put some videos out. I get decent amount of views. But people don't watch till the end. So if you're trying to support me, please watch the videos till the end. Even if you're not in front of the TV, press play, go take a shower, come back, give me a thumbs up. It's all helping. All right, take care. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.